Look, it's just Canelo doesn't go out for the knockout anymore. Canelo's just now. We've seen in the last few fights, he just does enough to win.
Canelo has such unique skills, and one of the weird things that he does that very few people since Rocky Marciano does is he punches your arm.
Robert Garcia just lit a fire in boxing with a blunt statement. The respected trainer openly questioned whether Canelo Alvarez even is what it takes to go up against Terence Crawford in a massive potential showdown.
He's up there, and not in age because he's only like 33 or 34, but he's
fighting since 15.
He was 15. A lot of training camps, a lot of sparring matches. So all that takes a lot out of your body. So he takes care of his body too. So he doesn't go all out because he doesn't want to just finish his body. He knows he still has a few more years and a few big fights where he wants to take care of himself.
Then Stephen A. Smith dropped his own bomb. He boldly claimed that Crawford would outshine Canelo, sparking chaos across the boxing world. Fans and experts have been clashing non-stop ever since, and his words only made the already heated rivalry explode.
On that, all the way to September 13th.
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo.
But here's the real question. Why is Canelo, the undisputed super middleweight king with fame and money stacked high, not getting full backing from the pros? On the other side stands Terence Crawford, a three-division world champion who became the first male boxer to unify all four welterweight belts. Even the catch weight of 158 to 160 pounds is being doubted, but both camps still look hungry to make history.
Great fight.
You see what happens when a good fighter jump up and his opponent is great fighter. So you're gonna find out.
That means you're a good fighter and Bivol is a great fighter, right? Right? Is you a good fighter or a great fighter? Let me know.
I'm a great fighter.
So you got your ass whooped by a good fighter, right?
You're a good fighter.
I'm saying.
But I'm great.
Okay. And Christian, every time you stepped up, you lost. Great fighter.
I'm not.
Question for Terence Crawford.
Fans and pundits agree this isn't just some dream fight. This is a war between two legends of their era. One is Canelo, the Mexican warrior who's carried boxing for over a decade. The other is Crawford, a cold and calculating destroyer who's humiliated every man in front of him. Joe Rogan hyped the matchup, calling both fighters legends. He highlighted Crawford's rare switch-hitting style, even comparing him to the late Marvin Hagler.
It's going to be a great fight. You're dealing with two all-time greats. Crawford's one of the best switch hitters, I think, since Marvin Hagler, and one of the most skillful boxers alive. And then you have Canelo, who probably isn't the same guy as he was just like a few years ago.
Right.
But still, one of the greatest of all time, still has brutal knockout.
Rogan didn't hold back on Canelo either. He admitted Canelo is no longer the fighter at his absolute peak, but warned that he's still one of the most dangerous men in the sport. Canelo has proven himself with vicious knockouts of Amir Khan and Billy Joe Saunders. Rogan said Canelo may have slowed down, but is still in his prime and remains a major threat.
Back to like some of his, like more impressive fights from a few years ago, like the Amir Khan KO, like the Billy Joe Saunders KO, those KO. Like he's probably not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
But he's still young enough that he's still like pretty close to his prime and one of the best of all time.
I'd like to see him fight David Bennett.
This build-up isn't just about size or weight. It's about legacy, timing, and two very different ideas of how boxing should be fought. Just as the debate hit boiling point, Robert Garcia stepped in and shook the entire conversation. With his track record of building champions, his voice couldn't be ignored. Calm but sharp, Garcia claimed this fight might not play out as expected. And suddenly, Crawford pulling off the impossible didn't sound so crazy anymore.
It's a fight that most of the people don't give Crawford a chance because of the size, but he's got skills, man. He's got skills. He's got good speed, good footwork. That's why I do give him a chance.
Garcia pushed it even further, hinting that Canelo's recent fights reveal deeper problems. It's not just about power and skill anymore. Questions about Canelo's mindset, urgency, and hunger in high-pressure fights are creeping in. Is Canelo getting too comfortable? Could Crawford be the one to expose it?
Again, Munguia, he dropped Munguia, but then they didn't want to finish him. Charlo, Berlanga, he wants to cruise through the fight, he's up there, in not in age because he's only like 33 or 34, but he's
fighting since 15.
He was 15. A lot of training camps, a lot of sparring matches. So all that takes a lot out of your body. So he takes care of his body too. So he doesn't go all out because he doesn't want to just finish his body. He knows he still has a few more years and a few big fights where he wants to take care of himself and not punish himself too much. That's why he hasn't been able to knock those guys out. Not because he can't. I think he just does enough to win.
Amid all the hype, actor and martial artist Michael J. White jumped into the debate. He made his stance clear, his all-in on Crawford. While he gave respect to Canelo's accomplishments, White still declared Crawford the better fighter.
Crawford could find people to fight like Canelo, who was amazing. Canelo he evolved. I saw how he evolved defensively and everything. I just don't think he's as fast as Crawford. And I think Crawford is just a little step ahead as far as movement is concerned. And so I think it's going to be Mayweather.
Canelo is 34 and still the face of boxing, but his shine has faded. Since unifying the belts in 2021 against Caleb Plant, critics have circled him like sharks. His 2020 loss to Dmitry Bivol exposed weaknesses against movers with reach and timing. Joe Rogan and Jim Lampley both weighed in, with Lampley stressing one thing that makes Canelo a nightmare: his ability to take punches without flinching. No matter how hard is it, his never being dropped.
Yes.
He brutalizes your arms.
He's another brilliant guy. He has the greatest punch resistance in the sport. We talked about it earlier. One knockout in the whole career.
Knockdown.
And it wasn't a knockdown. And it wasn't really a knockdown in my personal view. So, because he didn't touch the canvas. He's never been on the canvas. And we call it chin.
Lampley went deeper, saying it's not just about Canelo's chin, it's his insane lower body strength. He even linked Canelo's balance in the ring to his ability to ride horses, claiming that's what makes him so hard to knock down.
The reason you can't knock him down is not because of his chin, it's because of his legs.
His base.
You can't get him off balance. He's too strong from the waist down. And, if other fighters would pay attention to what Canelo does, they might go do a little horseback riding.
Completely makes sense if you think about it. Squeezing with the lower legs, the core strength that you have to have.
100% correct.
The balance.
The balance,
Yes.
exactly. The timing, all of it. Yeah, there he is. Look at Canelo.
Wow.
Now that's a skill he has carried since his early childhood.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, Crawford just keeps climbing. At 37, he destroyed Errol Spence Jr. in July 2023, dominating in 9 rounds and cementing himself as a true pound-for-pound king. Since then, he's only grown hungrier. Boxing journalist Dan Raphael and analyst Adola Oladipo debated the role of weight in fights. Oladipo argued weight isn't just about size. It's about how well a fighter can absorb punishment.
Kind of made a great point when talking about sizes. Because he said, if you look at them two together now, they look the same size. Mm-hmm. He said, people have got the idea of the size thing wrong. It's not looking at them as a physical package. It's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. So, and it was good. It was a very good point. He was like, Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the better part of a decade.
Basically.
He's so used to taking those shots.
By that logic, Canelo's naturally bigger frame might give him an edge in taking punches. But Oladipo was quick to warn, don't count Crawford out. His toughness, intelligence, and ability to adapt could make up for the size gap.
Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
What's Crawford going to be like? So basically, you're trying to say, Canelo could easily absorb Crawford shots. Mm-hmm. Can Crawford easily absorb Canelo's punches?
If you're taking shots from Triple G, Sergei Kovalev, Dmitry Bivol, and you're staying on your feet, not getting hurt,
not even getting wobbled.
Not even getting wobbled, just literally shaking it off.
Yeah.
You can take Terence Crawford shots.
This fight is a clash of styles and mindsets. Canelo is a calculated counterpuncher, dangerous with body hooks and punishing mistakes. Crawford is a genius who switches stances mid-round, breaks opponents mentally, and picks them apart piece by piece. Kenny Sims recalled sparring with Crawford early in his career. It was hell. Keith Thurman praised both fighters, saying Canelo has constantly proven doubters wrong. He admitted he no longer questions Canelo's greatness, but added this fight is one for fans who enjoy, no matter the outcome.
Like
I think a lot of people are gonna lean towards Canelo. I don't want to say it's like. I feel like for the fans, it's coming off 50-50. Like it's hard for me to really commit, because this is what happened, right? When Canelo just fought the Charlo, right? When he just fought Charlo, he knocked Charlo down. But after he knocked Charlo down and Charlo was using ring movement, he never hit Charlo with another big shot, okay? This is what Keith Thurman is watching.
Thurman kept it real. Both men are great, but only one can win. He admitted the crowd may lean toward Canelo because of his fame, but insisted the fight is dead even. He called it a true 50-50 matchup, impossible to predict.
His amount of punches, his rhythm, I think he's in the class of Crump. So I think he's in the class of his own. So, but to me, for him to replicate Mayweather style, I think would be the easiest thing to do at this moment, because Canelo couldn't catch Mayweather when he was 35 or 30, whatever old Mayweather was. Canelo's feet didn't do nothing but get worse. They didn't get better. So if I'm Crawford, I'm going in there with that same kind of game plan. And when I watch him fight Majimov, I know that he can stick to a game plan. I know he didn't get intrigued by what Majimov was doing.
Crawford, however, is boxing's master of adaptability. He can switch stances, adjust timing, and outthink his opponents like no one else. He breaks fighters down step by step, hitting them when they are most vulnerable. Tony Harrison, a battle-tested veteran, warned that Crawford's risk-taking at this stage shows a level of fearlessness rarely seen in boxing.
Facts is facts. He got his hands full. But when it comes down to timing, I think the time is right. If you was gonna do it, now is the time to do it, because Canelo is slowing down. He doesn't throw as many combinations as he used to. He's definitely still durable. So I don't think Canelo is going, Crawford is going there trying to stop Canelo, because that would be idiotic.
Harrison made it clear, this move is dangerous, but it proves Crawford's courage. He's not just moving up in weight, he's stepping into the domain of one of boxing's strongest champions without fear. But Crawford has never fought above 147, and moving up 10 plus pounds against a career 168-pounder like Canelo is a brutal challenge. Even legends like Roy Jones Jr. and Kell Brook learned the hard way that weight jumps can break fighters. Still, trainers argue Crawford's timing and ring IQ could outweigh any physical disadvantage. Journalist Jimmy Gray added that his respect for Canelo isn't about hype, it's about the resume. Canelo has earned his place as Mexico's greatest champion and one of boxing's all-time pound-for-pound kings.
I certainly think he deserves a big shot like that, and moving up 2 weight classes, it's very hard, of course, but again, you can't count Crawford out no matter what. He's a very competitive guy, very technical guy, very skillful guy. He might not be the biggest puncher, but he knows how to land that shot and clean and puts people out. He put so many people out before Majimov, like 10 or 11 fights in a row, so.
Gray also admitted the pound-for-pound debate isn't simple. Crawford deserves to be near the very top, but Canelo's history at higher weights and recent activity could matter a lot if they meet.
Great fighter. Terence Crawford, everybody says perhaps the pound-for-pound guy. We can have these mythical lists and you can pick 3 or 4 of them, but he would be on somebody's list probably at the top.
Right.
And Canelo is getting a little bit older, but Canelo weighs a lot more, and Canelo fights more often. And so I think it's an intriguing matchup, but the bigger man, I don't want to get hit by Canelo ever. And when you've weighed so much less, I don't know what Terence will come into the ring, but he's coming up in weight significantly, and, that seems to me would favor Canelo. By the other token,
this isn't just a fight, it's a defining moment in boxing. One man is daring to leap 3 weight classes, armed only with skill, grit, and guts. The other stands tall as a battle-tested powerhouse defending his throne. Legacies are on the line, so the question remains, will it be the slick technician rising to new heights, or the iron-fisted king refusing to give up his crown? Drop your predictions in the comments. Hit the like button. And if you want war, stay locked in, because this could be the most explosive fight boxing has ever seen.